Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about 5 questions to answer when you are launching an AI product. Now, you may be a business leader or a data science manager or a data scientist, and you are part of a group that have designed, an AI system that you're about to launch, or your team is just buying an AI product. You know, Based on your goals and objectives, I think there are 5 major questions that you want to make sure you answer well. Of course, there are several questions, but these 5 ones are very key and very basic that you must ask yourself before adopting or launching any AI product. Okay, now let's get into it. Question number one to ask is, what is the objective of the problem you want this AI system to solve? What is the objective? Many times AI systems are designed to solve specific problems, or AI models are designed to solve specific problems. And so it's important that you understand and know exactly the objective of the AI system you are building. Okay, for example, maybe your problem is to buy a tool or to implement a system that to detect fraud in your transaction. Okay, you must make sure that, okay, this is the objective and this system can solve that purpose. Okay, and you must make sure that the system is designed such that the action that you need to take once you know a fraud is also well structured or well implemented in your downstream systems. Okay, so it is very important to clearly define or know the reason why you are adopting this AI system. Sometimes people may be selling you AI systems that are built to solve many different problems. And if you are not careful, they may send you a product that may not be solving your problem. Okay, so make sure that the system that you are buying or that you are building is based on specific objectives that you want to solve. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is, what data was used to train a system, or what data will be used to train a system. Okay, uh, you know, every AI system is trained using data, and you must ensure that before you implement any AI system, the data that was used to train a system makes sense for your specific business use case. This is why even in NLP or even in LLM, large language models that OpenAI have developed, uh, you realize that using the general model doesn't work as effective as customizing the model and training the model for a particular domain. Okay, this is just an example, but in general, my point is that make sure that you understand the data that is used to train the AI system that you are implementing or that you are buying or that you are even building. Why? Because you know if data is bad, if data is biased, obviously your system will be biased. A very common example was Amazon, who used applications, job application data that came from a lot of men. Okay, and the system learned to actually make only men as the people who are fit to do the job. And when Amazon implemented this system on the overall, job applicants, guess what? All females were being rejected. Okay, but that was because the data used to train the system was predominantly males. Okay, there's a big subject under data bias and all of that. I'm not going into that, or ethics and all of that, but I think my key point here is that the second question that you need to answer when adopting an AI system is to know what data is used to build a system. Okay, the third one is, how was the system evaluated? How do we know that the system is doing what it's supposed to do? How was the system tested? Okay, now that is very key, because to many people, AI systems are kind of black box. They are magic. If you are deep in it, you kind of understand all the details. But in general, and to most people, AI systems are magic. And so it's important that we understand how the system is validated. How do you evaluate the system? How do you know that everything that this system promises to do is actually happening correctly. So you must go and do some testing. You must actually maybe select your own sample to test the system. Enough sample, make sure your sample is representative of your use case. Okay, so make sure that you also understand or ask yourself the question: how was this AI system evaluated, or how was this system tested, on what population or on what sample, and is that actually making sense for my own use case? Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4 is, are there any ethical considerations that I must know about? Because every AI systems must meet certain ethical standards. So there must be transparency. The system must be safe. So safety is a big issue. There must be accountability in the system. Several other things. There must be fairness. There must be unbiasedness in how this system actually makes decisions. And so we must make sure that we consider all ethical things when implementing or adopting an AI system. So ask yourself the question: is this system meeting all the ethical standards? Okay, so that's number 4. And finally, are there some regulations or compliance things that this system must follow? So before you adopt an AI system, make sure that you understand what are some of the regulations or compliance rules. Like, for example, data privacy, when you are collecting people's data to make the AI decisions, or decisions are made based on AI, decisions are automated, you need to give explanation. So for example, I remember we worked for a particular client and we did a loan acceptance kind of model, and the regulation at that time requires that if you deny someone of a loan, you give an explanation. So let's say that you use an AI system to reject someone's loan applicant. You must make sure that you are providing what? Explanation. And this is not something that cannot be done. AI systems can actually give you reasons why certain decisions are made. So it's up to you to make sure that before you adopt the AI product, you ensure that you check all the regulations based on your particular use case. Okay, so these are just some 5 basic questions that you should answer when you are adopting or implementing an AI system. Maybe you are building a system yourself. Maybe you are a product manager, you are just implementing it. You are a business manager, you just want to adopt AI. Please check out these 5 questions. Number 1, what is the business objective of the system that you want to buy or implement, the AI system? Number 2, what data was used to train the system? Number 3, how was the system tested? How was the system evaluated? And number 4, are there any ethical considerations that you must keep in mind? And number 5, are you sure that this works within the regulations that are needed, or this is compliant? These are the 5 important questions. I hope this is helpful to you. Thank you. We'll talk later. Bye.